Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer, and this is your reading for the first week of January 2018. First of all, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. And today I'm just doing a simple cross for your weekly spread. And I have a card pulled already for you. One card from the Medicine Woman Tarot. And then we're going to pull an oracle card at the end of the reading. Actually, a shaman wisdom card at the end of the reading. Okay? So we're going to jump right into your reading. The first card for you, and this is what's crowning the reading, is the King of Water. So this could either be somebody in your life. This could represent you being a water sign. Either male or female. Doesn't matter. It's an energy. And this is about nurturing, about being a leader, about being a listener and guiding people in a gentle, nurturing, loving way. The next card you have is the Death card. And this is the present situation, or the main focus of your reading. So this is about, obviously it's called transformation in this deck, and it's about change. It's about things ending so that new things can come into being. And that is being crossed by the High Priestess. So this is the obstacle or opportunity influencing this Death card. And this is about mysteries being revealed, following your intuition, listening to that inner voice. And above this is the hopes and fears card. And you pulled the Seven of Cups. So this is about fantasy, perhaps creative ideas that are coming to you. Sometimes it can also be the card of illusions and not knowing, having so many things that you're looking at that you're not sure, what's what. But it's also the card of fantasy and of, I guess, looking at things from a perspective of anything is possible. If you're creating from the right space, then you can create things where nearly anything is possible. And it's also a card of imagination as well. In your foundation is the Seven of Fire. And this card talks about charging ahead and sort of like, even though there's opposition and this unicorn here on top of this like tiny little spot, he might look stuck to you, but he's ready to just go for it. He's like, you know what, I have to make a move, and I'm going, don't block me in, don't corner me in, because determination, determined will, moving forward, taking a course of action. Even if other people may not be very happy with your course of action, you have to do what's right for you. In the recent past, you have the Six of Cups. This talks about nostalgia, perhaps positive or negative memories from your childhood, or even just, within your life, just past memories of your life. And of, letting these emotions come up but not getting stuck in them. It talks about not letting your emotions have too much of a say in the way in which you're seeing things in the world. Because sometimes we can get stuck in like this emotional, these feelings that we get, and it could cloud our perception of things. So this is a card of like, diving deeply into those memories or letting yourself think about those memories, reflecting on these things, and letting them be released, letting go of having to, or not having to, but letting go of thinking about them to the extent that they're becoming somewhat of a problem in your life, causing you problems in your current situation. And in your near future, you have the Fool. And then this deck, it's also called Enthusiasm. So this is about being like excited and taking risks and feeling carefree and moving forward with something. And this angel here with this, I don't know exactly what instrument that is, some kind of trumpet. It's about, listening to the call of spirit, being aligned with spirit. And really the Fool at 0, it is spirit in and of itself. This is like the beginning, the spirit manifesting on earth. And that's you. You are a human being. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So at some points, it's best not to always take ourselves too seriously. And remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we need to take risks in our lives, and we need to feel carefree at times. I'm not saying that you should be totally carefree, but you have to let that come up for you. So, what I'm definitely seeing here is letting go of whatever this is in the past is really something that you need to release. Something that you really need to just let it go. And that doesn't mean that, like, you're never going to think about it again, but perhaps you change the way you think about it. Maybe you had issues with something that happened in childhood, or perhaps you're having nostalgic memories of the way things used to be. You wish that you could go back to like this golden era in your life. And you have to realize that these days are gone. They're over. They're not going to come back. You can't go back to being in those days. And in order for you to move forward and have, a new beginning in your life, you're going to have to let a transformation take place in your life. And for Cancer, I think you guys are you're very nostalgic type of sign. You're very homebodies. Your family is so important to you. Maybe you have kids that are growing up and you're thinking like, oh, I wish they could stay young forever. And maybe with the new year coming up, it just reminds you of, or even the holidays, remind you of like when the kids were small, or perhaps of your own childhood. And we have to remember that the world is changing, and it's going to change with or without us. And it's best to go ahead and let ourselves transform and let older parts of us not so much like die away, but let them transmute. You can never go back to these old golden era type days. In order to move on and create a new beginning for yourself. And it's something that you feel very passionate about as well. Whatever this new beginning is, you definitely are charging. It's something that you really are going to move forward on, regardless of what other people say or think of it. And it's almost like you have to defend yourself. Whatever this is that's going on in your life, it's like you have to defend yourself. And with this, the crowning you're reading is the King of Water, and then your present situation, your hopes and fears. This is about, all the choices that you have, all these options, this fantasy world, this perhaps different feelings that are coming up for you. It's about finding something that is going to make sense for you. And either you have the support of someone in your life, or this is an aspect of yourself where you're going to have to go ahead and be the leader in your own life. And what you're going to feel very passionate about it, and you're going to defend yourself because there's something inside of you that's saying, you know what, I know that this is what I have to do, and I'm going to move forward with this because it's what I have to do. You have some kind of intuitive knowing, perhaps, inside of you that's sort of not letting you be. There's something intuitive going on inside you that's saying, you know, you have to do this, you have to defend yourself, you have to move forward on this. And you know, it's kind of like not so much a victory card, but it can kind of be similar to that, because you can see that even though this unicorn maybe is defending itself or is by itself up here on here, he's sort of at this tippy top. So he probably has, or she has a vantage point to the others. You know, you seeing things that other people can't see. You're seeing things that other people may not be able to see, and that's why you have to move forward in whatever way whatever it is that you're pursuing. And you know, there is a new beginning. There is something that will be new in your life, and you will feel a resurgence of that enthusiasm. Perhaps not the same as you once felt at one time. Maybe it's different from what you've known in the past, but perhaps it's better. Perhaps it's even better than that. And you know, you have to allow yourself that creative ways of thinking, and knowing that there are options. You know, it doesn't have to look or be a certain particular way. When you let go of what it is that you thought it should look like, or you know, the way it used to be, and realize that it's not going to be like that anymore, because the world changes every day. Every day the world is changing. And you have to go along and let these things transform and transmute. And it could possibly be a new beginning that is even better than anything that was wonderful and good in the past. So I do see you moving ahead and charging ahead and knowing what your intuition is telling you and following that intuition. And I'm sorry, I didn't show you what's at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Earth. So that's the Nine of Pentacles. So that means that you have everything you need. This is about like self-reliance and discipline. And like, I guess this sort of brings like a grounding energy to your reading, you know? It's like you're grounded in whatever it is that you are pursuing and taking action on, and not letting other people shake you down. So let's get to the Medicine Woman Tarot card that I pulled for you, and that is Teaching Lodge of the Arrows. And this is basically the Queen of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot would be considered the Queen of Swords. In the name of harmony and peace I live. I am the one who speaks. I have studied the great warriors, the peacemakers, those who freed slaves, and those who stood their ground. I am learning the themes of their lives and making them my own. I am learning from revolutionary women and evolutionary men the very qualities that gave them undying spirit. I am gathering to myself the knowledge that I, too, can draw on the great mind. In my life, I will correct an injustice. I will right a wrong. I will bring love where none has been known. I attune myself to the sound of truth, and I listen until I am known. So this is about perhaps whatever this new beginning is, and this intuitive nudging and this transmutation of energy and these things that you may have been contemplating. It's kind of telling you that, you know, it's time for you to stand in your power, and that you should trust yourself. I'm going to read the rest of this because it's not that long. It is time to put yourself in the company of great minds. Whether through books, films, or person to person, surround yourself with heroic presence. Read the words of those who mastered life. Listen to music that fills you with positive visions. Let poetry enter and inspire you. Delete from your reality the sounds and images that bring you down. At least in your personal space, surround yourself with visual, auditory, and sensory experiences that uplift. Create your own teaching lodge of the arrows. No bad news here. No television, no newspapers, no magazines that do not support your highest aspirations. It's time to create, at least in your own small space, a completely inspiring environment. Then welcome God or Goddess. So, it's a card about listening, right? And that's definitely what this energy is also about, is about listening. And listening is a big part of being a good leader and nurturer. Whether you are just listening to yourself, listening to your own inner intuition, or if you're listening to others, for, you know, maybe family members or friends or coworkers, or perhaps you're in a position of leading people in some way. And you know, when you're in a space of learning and opening your mind to different ideas, then you have even more to offer the world. And the more that you are able to know for yourself, the more that you can move forward into your own new beginning with the knowledge that you need, you know. And the High Priestess also is about knowledge. And, you know, knowledge and inner knowing, intuition. So, let's pull a shaman card for you. Let's see, what card do we have to round out this reading for Cancer for the first week of January for Cancer? Here it is. Oh, I got two again. Two just keep wanting to pop out on these cards that happened in the last reading too. Okay. So we have Bearberry, and Corn. And I'm going to read from the book what these are. Okay? So, let's see. Bearberry. I am Bearberry. I am the smoke of communication. Carefully mix your metaphysical and spiritual qualities. The relief that you feel through the blending of your ideas is like the kinnick smoking mixture the Indians use in their pipe ceremonies. This is the time for the releases of stored up anger, rage, pain, and stress. Do not focus too much on the self. Enjoy friendly gatherings. And then we have Corn. I am Corn. I am the blessed blue corn offering. I am the structure of your life. Combined with beans and squash, we are the life force. I will protect you through the winter of hard times. Success is yours through your hard work, which prepares you for every opportunity and possibility. In these changing times, I am an essential requirement of life that sustains you. I am abundance and energy. So, maybe, you know, we didn't really talk too much about anger, or rage, or pain, or stress, but sometimes the Six of Cups, you know, and then also like the the confusion sometimes of the Seven of Cups can bring up anger or stress. And I guess that this is asking you to try and meld your these different, whatever like might be going on inside of you, or your perceptions of things, to try and find a balance with them, and to not focus too much on yourself, but to focus more on family or social gatherings. So to maybe put your energy toward helping others at this time would be good. And that whatever it is that you're moving forward to do, you know, working hard is going to be your best, most assured way towards success, and to getting, you know, and to remaining in this self-reliant place. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Cancer. I hope that it brought some insight, hope, or healing into your life for the coming new year. And I do hope that if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, Cancer. Have a happy new year, and take care.